Police encounters and traffic stops, Part 3. At the highway stop, keep in mind the primary purpose is commerce. Some supposed violation of the code via the citation equals revenue to the state. Before discussing the mechanics and techniques of the police encounter, it is very important for you to understand that the police and court system today is extremely corrupt and operates in many cases without authority, due process, or even the pretense of legality. If you have any illusions that you are living under a constitutional system where your so-called civil rights are protected under the common law, you are seriously misinformed. There is a high probability that you will be treated with contempt, and it is impossible to expect any kind of uniform results using any technique. There are simply too many variables. If someone has experienced success with a particular approach, and they were to repeat exactly what they did before, an improbability, under a different set of external circumstances, their results could vary. Police are typically sociopaths. This is a profile that lends itself to corruption and the stresses and rigor of police work. Police lie, cheat, steal, and plant evidence. They are experts at taking any information they are provided and turning it into reasonable suspicion or probable cause. They are practiced at intimidation and consider any gesture other than complete cooperation a challenge to their authority. There are the traffic agents out on the highways, and all they know is their job. They have no correct knowledge as applied to the non-applicability of the motor vehicle code to private people, private cars/vehicles. See mythological motor vehicles at the end of this article. Sure, the first objective of the officer in dealing with you is to form a contract, such as, "May I see your driver's license and registration?" Or, "Will you please roll down your window a little further?" Your immediate compliance is deemed contractual. While it's just business, anyone can refuse to do business with anyone else. The Supreme Court has consistently upheld your right of refusal to contract. But officers have been known to break windows, spray pepper spray, pull people from vehicles, and get rather rough to even shooting people. While we do not want to scare you, we do understand that any routine traffic stop may be a terrifying experience, but you have a good chance of prevailing if you understand the mechanics of a police encounter. With the above information in mind, maintain your composure and focus. While this is just business, while you may face verbal abuse and intimidation, police encounters can involve any of the following 3 stages. Consensual contact, detention, arrest. Since approximately 80% of police encounters only involve consensual contact, 20% may involve the traffic stop along the highway. While in the past you were not expected to show identification if you are not in a vehicle, but most recently, the Supreme Court has ruled that the police may require one to identify themselves anywhere at any time. Police will often ask you for identification such as driver's license or social security number so that they can run a police check/report or get you to lead them to your vehicle so that they can look for evidence to try and build a case against you. You are not required to give personal information such as social security numbers, even though you may be pressured to supply it. It's best to keep dialogue in any encounter as short as possible. Clear, concise statements and closed-ended questions that can be answered with a yes or no are best. Remember also to avoid any constitutional arguments.